And joining us next to talk about Brandon Graham, a guy that had a chance to watch him become a great leader in Philadelphia, and before him, he was a great leader in Philadelphia. Brian Dawkins joins the Midday Show right now. Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's happening, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
All right, and you, man. How you been, man? I ain't talked to you in a while.
I'm good, dog. I'm good, man. You. What was the first thing that I asked you? Do you remember the first time I asked you about when you told me it's gonna be a BG day?
Oh yeah, talk about on Cinco de Mayo when we're gonna do crack jokes or something. It's a roast.
Does he speak a lick of Spanish, man?
Oh yeah. No, he does not. But I told you. Remember, I said we just changed because it's a play on 5/5, May 5th. 5/5.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. What y'all got for me?
Doc, what was it like for you watching the career of Brandon Graham and really watching him become a leader and a guy that moved up the charts all time in the most games played ever here in Philadelphia?
Yeah, if you go back to the post that I posted, when he decided to retire, I just talked about the story that's going to be told about a smallish defensive end that was considered to be a bust by many, who have gone on to be one of the legends to play in Philadelphia and to be known for the sack. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The script, the sack. So to me, that speaks the volumes to any of young people out there who are ascribing to be something that, just because you start off a specific way. And he also talked about in his own story about his mind changing. So his mindset changed about what he needed to do to be better than he was the first couple of years. And then that's when it happened. He became BG, the smiling assassin.
I like that nickname from you. That's a good one.
That's pretty cool. But Brian, my question is this, because we know, and I was a part of when you left Philadelphia and you went to Denver, and I know for a fact you never wanted to leave. So what does it say to you, or how does it make you feel when you know that BG played here for 15 seasons?
Well, I love it for him. Absolutely, and that's the way it's supposed to be, in my opinion, when you have a person to play the way that he's played and love the city the way he loves it, and is willing to stay around and do what he needs to do from that standpoint in the community as well. That's the way it's supposed to be, and I wish it would have happened.
Me too.
A couple of years prior, but it did. But for BG, I'm just so happy that it's happened for him because he's also such a good dude, man. Good dude.
Brian, what does it tell you about a player and you did it too, that plays that long? Like, what does it take? What did it take for you? What do you think it took for him? Because it's just so rare. I mean, obviously, Hugh mentioned he played his whole career here, but just the longevity, whether it's here or anybody anywhere else. What is that like to last in the NFL that long? It's so rare. I mean, the average career is, 3-4 years? I mean, you lasted 16. Brandon lasted 15. What does that say about a player when they can go that far into their career?
Wow. I mean, obviously, there's some gifts in there as well, right? We're gifted to be able to do things, play the game a specific way with talents and the like. But it also, you have to take care of your body, man. That's one thing that I was very keen on, taking care of my body. The way that I would still lift today is because I took care of my body when I was playing the game back then. And BG's a similar way, man. He takes care of himself. And then also I would say that there's a routine that you get into that you have to do things a specific way in the off season. There is no off season for someone who's playing the International Football League, in my opinion, because you always in a mindset that you have to continue to stay working, stay moving. Even when you're resting, it has to be an active rest, the way that I see it. And to me, that's one of the things that you would see BG constantly working on his body, what he puts in his body for the most part. And to me, if you look at the guys who play long periods of time, that would be across the board. The guys knowing how to work, knowing how to recover properly, and knowing how to take care of the body.
Brian Dawkins joining us here on the Midday Show on Brandon Graham Day, 5-5. It is Cinco de Mayo. We're going to be celebrating Brandon Graham all day here.
He don't speak a lick of Spanish.
That's
either.
all right. You know what? Today we all do. we should ask if we see him tonight. Brandon, be real. You speak any Spanish? Brian, let's go back to this past year with the Eagles doing what they did and winning the Super Bowl. What was it like for you to watch the year that Brandon had? Because when the year started, I mean, we didn't know how much he was going to play. We knew he was coming back for his last season, but the Eagles had signed Bryce Huff, and they had drafted Nolan Smith and Jalen Alexander. We weren't sure, was he just going to play a little bit? But boy, Brian, he was still a huge part of the defense. Then he gets hurt, and he comes back, and he plays in the Super Bowl. I mean, what a story in his final year on top of everything else.
Man, you couldn't have written it no better. Like, seriously. Drama right at the end. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, no, it's over for him. And all of a sudden, he rises back up, plays in the last game, and they win the Super Bowl. So now he rides off into the sunset, right? I mean, you can't write it any better. But as far as the season is concerned, man, it would be one thing if we had seen Brandon not being able to, be BG, right? Mm-hmm. We didn't see that. I didn't see. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. I mean, I was a little jealous because he was balling. Hey, against the Rams. Hey, he was balling against the Rams. Now I was like, damn, wish I could do that.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? So it was there, and you heard Vic even say it, I'm not. Yeah, I guess he was joking around. I'm not going to let you retire because you're still so productive. So again, it wasn't like he couldn't do it. So for him to get hurt. And, I thought it might have been over as well, but there was some chirps that he would be able to come back. And so I'm happy that he was able to come back. And even though he tore it again, but it don't matter. They won the ring.
Brian, watching him both closely and from afar, what do you think made him such a good leader? Because everyone we've talked to today and every one of his teammates that chimed in the last few months after his announcement, they all seem to point to not just a really good player for a long time, but also someone that just made the team better just by his personality and being around. What do you think made him such a good leader?
One thing I would say is I don't think BG has ever had a bad day. When you walk in, his smile, and I'm not talking about the first couple of years. First couple of years, there's a lot of bad days, I guess. But after that, going into the transformation into the person that we're talking about now, he's always upbeat, always smiling, even when certain things are not the way that he would want them to be. He still have a positive mindset about it, and that's contagious, right? That type of person is contagious that you want to be around. And so he's also the type of dude in practice that, he jokes all the time. And somebody on this phone or on this call right now used to joke all the time in practice too. And what that does, though, it lightens the mood. Even though you're grinding and grinding things out, when you have guys around like that with those type of personalities, it lightens things up, and you don't feel the pain quite as much as you would. And then he was also someone that's very outspoken as it pertains to separate or asking someone what's going on, right? He's going to be the type of teammate that if he sees something going on, that he's going to, come sit beside you and want to talk to, see if he can help in some type of way. And that's always a great thing.
Well, it is, especially the light in the mood thing. I feel like you need that in the locker room.
It
sounds like you were the one doing that back in the day.
Well, no, we used to have fun, man. It was we had a very, very unique locker room. And you could tell stories about, Doc didn't say a whole lot during the week because he was too busy moving around like an old man. But boy, when he put that helmet on, it was like Jekyll and Hyde, boy. Speaking of Jekyll and Hyde, Doc, since we're here now. So who came up with the Hawaiian-themed Brian Dawkins Impact Golf Tournament thing? Who came up with that?
That was me, man.
So you just want us to wear Hawaiian? See, we got to wear Hawaiian shirts, Joe.
You have one ready to go?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. Oh, listen, I bought Tommy Bahama shirts years ago.
Just for this.
So listen.
Bring them out.
So when Ike told me, because you know I barely pay attention to my email. I don't even open my email here at work. Ike said, "Yeah, man, it's a Hawaiian thing." I said, "Get out of town." I bought these shirts about 30 years ago. I'm gonna go ahead and break one of these suckers out. But I can't wait to this golf tournament.
So let me give you the inside scoop on that. So the reason why I did it, is because we who have gone to the Pro Bowl actually went across the water to the Pro Bowl, right? And I remember the feeling of that. I remember of going to the Pro Bowl and, going to the Ihalani and the feeling of it, the vibe of the whole thing, the feeling of the whole event.
Yes.
And so I said, you know what? I want to see if I can allow people to escape and give people a little bit of feeling of what we felt going to Hawaii, going to the Pro Bowl. So that's really where the theme came in. And that's what the event is going to be about. We're going to try our best to kind of put things around the compound to allow people to escape from their daily walks, to be able to come experience what the food and the atmosphere was that I felt at the Pro Bowl.
So there will be a lay at the golf tournament?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get a lay.
Okay.
Get a couple of them.
All right, Hugh. You got the Hawaiian shirt, you got the lei, the luau, and you got the golf. Brian, it's coming up, what, June 1st? June 1st and 2nd, right? The Penn Oaks Golf Club?
June 1st and 2nd. Yep. And there's still tickets available for the Island Field is what we call
the Island Field.
The Island Field.
The Island
I
Field.
like that. I like that. Man. Good stuff, Brian. We appreciate you as always. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for being part of the Brandon Graham Day here on WIP.
Absolutely. Y'all be blessed, man.
Hey, have a good one, man.
There he goes. Dawkins with us, Brian Dawkins.